Welcome back. Well, it may be a little known fact to some, but Connecticut's witch trials actually predated the famed trials in Salem, Mass. By decades. And while the Salem Panic began around 1692, the first known witchcraft execution in what's now the U.S. was here in our state in 1647.
However, as our colleague NBC Connecticut's Jane Caffrey explains, new research shows witchcraft accusations may have haunted Connecticut residents much longer than we originally thought.
We're in the ancient burying ground of Hartford. There are a number of people buried here who participated in the witch trials in Hartford. It's possible that the people accused of witchcraft and hanged are buried here.
A tragic history tied to Connecticut, the witch trials.
This is Samuel Stone.
Stone reminders still standing today.
He was the minister in Hartford at the time of Alice Young's accusation and hanging.
Alice Young of Windsor was the first documented person in the country executed for witchcraft.
She was hanged right over here, probably on where the old State House stands, in 1647.
In Connecticut, there are 11 known witchcraft cases that ended in executions. Another 40 or 50 cases resulted in other consequences for the plaintiffs, like losing property or their reputations.
The last execution was in 1663, before Governor John Winthrop Jr. instituted new rules that put a stop to the executions. But in 2018, historian Dr. Catherine Hermes was researching at the Connecticut State Library when she stumbled across an unexpected document.
I saw the word witch, and I couldn't believe it because it was the 18th century.
She had discovered a 1716 transcript of testimony given by 16-year-old Susanna Howard of Wethersfield, accusing Dr. Alexander Williamson of performing witchcraft. Dr. Hermes lays out new details from her discovery in the fall issue of Connecticut Explored, where she explains the accusation came after the doctor sued Susanna's father for not paying his medical bills.
Fortunately, by this time, Connecticut had decided they were over the criminal cases.
But it didn't mean the civil cases stopped. Also in the new issue of Connecticut Explored, archivist Sarah Morin describes discovering a new document last year that dates back to Guilford in 1742. An elderly widow, Elizabeth Gould, sued Benjamin Chittenhouse for slander for claiming she was a witch.
He said that she appeared to him in the night, knelt on his chest, and caused blood to come from his mouth.
The court threw out her case and ordered Gould to pay her accusers legal fees.
What does it mean discovering new cases of witchcraft accusations so much later than we thought this was going on?
It really shows that the belief in witchcraft did not stop with the criminal prosecutions. People with poor reputations or who were problematic in some way, sometimes women who owned property, came in the crosshairs.
The publication of the new findings comes after state legislators issued an official apology in May, absolving dozens of women and men accused in the 1600s. The resolution noting that misogyny played a large role in Connecticut's witchcraft trials.
We're talking about accusations that happened more than 300 years ago, but do they still have relevance today?
I think they do. The witchcraft trials were born out of misogyny, but also they related a lot to women's fertility and reproduction. And I think we also have a lot of misogyny today where the rights of women are being called into question.
In Hartford, Jane Caffrey, NBC Connecticut News.